Yo, your boy just cannot catch a break today. I don't have anything planned. But I got three things I want to say. Happy birthday to Brock Breeden in the Hoenn region. Two, Neo Galactic, I got my haircut. Yeah. And three, today I'm just going to be doing a tutorial instead because I said I was going to have the beat ready, but I don't have anything. And that's mainly my fault for poor time management, and I apologize for that. But you get a tutorial today. So, as usual, I'm going to start the video saying, this is your boy Black Triforce. If you did not know, yes, I am black and I'm back like I never left. And, yeah, we're going to be doing a tutorial. Now, I started on it, but I'm going to start over for you guys that want to learn how to sample. Very easy, not hard at all. But just give me a second. You're going to be seeing some things. Probably not, because for some reason the recorder I'm using sometimes stops the mouse. I don't know why it does that. Just pay attention to small things that you see in this corner here, in this box, this like right below the name of the beat. Yeah, just pay attention to that. So yeah, if you have FL Studio 11 or 12, you're good. 10 and 9, I'm not too sure about, but they should still have the same stuff. So what you want to do is get your sample ready. I already have a sample here, and it's from the LOD OST. And I have two of them, Reminisce and something else. This came from a CD that I found in a video game store. But yeah, we got that. I got Shanna's theme. I really don't know much about this game, to be honest, but it was a request, so I'm gonna do it. And I already started on one part of it, but we're gonna start over. All right, so once you have the sample, you want to go to channels and you want to hit Slice X. If you don't have Slice X, then what you can do is you can go to more, and it will give you a generator plugin list. It's gonna have a lot of generator stuff, plugins and things you need like that. And it should be here near synth maker and synth. I don't use any of those. I just use Slice X. Alright, so once you have that, you click it in and you hit refresh. And let me see what refresh says. It says fast scan, which is always great. Don't do this one. Just hit fast scan. I already did it, so I don't need to do it. And it should pop up once you go to add one and Slice X. And since I already have a new one open, I'm just going to use this instead. Now, like I said before, I already kind of sliced into it a little bit, but that's fine. I'm still going to show you what to do. So what you want to do now is go to A, B, C. This thing right here is right next to the wrench and scissors and eyeball. A, B, C. You click that. You go to add marker, or you can just press M or whatever, and you can name the marker. I don't know. Marker. There you go. Now, if you're using a keyboard like me, well, not a piano keyboard, but an actual laptop keyboard or anything like that, and what you want to do is use Q, and Q will be the first marker always. So if you put something in front of it, it's gonna shift down the keys basically. So you can go from Q to 2 to W to 3 to E, and then 4 will be the middle key, which is always 2 white keys, and there's no black key on a piano. You just imagine it being like a piano. Then it goes to R, 5, T, 6, Y, and 7, then U, and then 8 is also the part where 2 white keys meet up and there's no black keys. So yeah, just think of it like a piano, and it should be pretty easy. But you just set your markers wherever you see some spot you want to sample. So let's go down here, find a spot. Now what I usually like to do is find higher shifts in the wave file here, and I'll just work with it. So there's a big jump from here to like here, so we want to probably do this. Now since we don't know what key this is, you gotta play up to the key where it lights up. So, all right, in my case it's 6. In your case it should be Q, because you just started making a marker. Now you just pretty much play it to where you can hear no kind of interruption. What I mean by that is you want to hear nothing jumping. For instance, if I started back here, that's not on time. You can hear that because you want it to be a certain way. That's why I zoomed in like this. You zoom in and you find the closest point you can to a wave. You see how I didn't want that. I wanted the main part, which is back here. See? And that's if I want to like start the intro off like, it'll be clean and it won't sound like this when I try to do that. Very offbeat. So we want to leave that where it's at, really close to the wave. Yep. And you pretty much just do the same thing for everything else. Now, in certain songs, there may be a point where you want to sample something that has a lot of drums. Like, for instance, the Bradio beat, Flyers. For me, that was pretty much impossible. I'm pretty sure there were some people who were able to flex around the wave, but I can't do that. I'm sorry. But the best advice I have for sampling those type of things would be to focus more around when the drum kick comes in and the snare drum comes in. Those are the main two parts that I kind of focus on when it comes to those type of hype beats. I used it in Akame Got Killed, the Akame Got Killed beat. I focused on the kick and I stayed close on the kick, and then when it came to the snare beat, the snare drum, I went to the snare drum and it would just follow each other. Like, it'd be kick, snare, kick, snare, kick, snare, and that'd pretty much be the beat right there. And then you can try to do more stuff, but it's kind of hard to understand unless I show you. But I'm working on this one right here because it's the easiest. There's hardly any kicks, any drums, any kind of interruptions, crashes, cymbals, you know what I mean? So it's pretty easy for a beginner. Just try to find a song that has no drums, no high as crap guitars, no high synths, just something smooth, you know, like it can be something as crazy as Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. It's just a tutorial, so it's just the beginning. It's not something you need to really, really give your all, but it's something to practice on so that you can move up. So yeah, but like I said, I don't need this one. I just already did one, and I sliced it up. So what I have is and you see how it all connects together, like I'm actually just playing the song. And that is proof that I zoomed in and I got as close as possible, and each of these points are up on the wave that I want to sample. And that is always the way you want to sample. You can try and do it a different way. There's nothing wrong with that. There's plenty of ways to sample, but the way I sample, I try to get people to recognize what the sound sounds like. So yeah, you might want to try and do that. I mean, it's not a true sample beat unless somebody can recognize what the heck you're sampling, and I struggle with that a lot too, especially on songs that are very, you know, I don't know, it's just not, it doesn't sound good to me, but I still try to sample it anyway. And you know, I force the sample, but I also add something else in it. I know a lot of people like the Code Geass beat. A lot of people hate the Code Geass beat. The people that hate the Code Geass beat is because I didn't use as much of the sample as they wanted me to. Other people like it because it was something new, something they didn't hear of. That's what I was aiming for. I didn't want to sample something somebody already sampled the same way. And that's pretty much why I did it Code Gas Beat that way instead of, Killing Spree's way or anybody else that's made the beat, like Spark Dynamite, the homie Spark Dynamite. But that's it, Yeah, you can sample any kind of way, which is what I'm going to show you today. So I showed you how to lay down the markers. Now I'm going to show you how to apply the markers to the beat, what you want to do. And since I already have this, I'm just going to delete it. And I already got something set here, but let's pretend this wasn't here. Let's pretend we started with a blank pattern like this. Usually your tempo is at like for me, it's always at 140. For others, they set it to about 80. But the tempo doesn't really do anything until you get this right. So we got let's pretend we already did this. We got all the markers laid down here. What you want to do is you want to apply the markers to the pattern. So it can be simple, like the way that you played it or the way it's being played. You can just put it down like that. So oops, skip one. But you hear how it sounds weird right now? Well, maybe it's because we didn't scratch it out. So what I want you to do is, after you lay it down like this, if you didn't lay it down like this, then don't worry about it. But I lay it down like this on purpose. So I'm gonna hit Control A to select all, and then I'm just gonna drag the end of one of these to scratch them out. And depending on how you scratch it, it could make it sound a little bit better. Just take a listen. Now, as you can hear, it still sounds a bit choppy. That's because the tempo is not catching up with it. So pay attention to your tempo and your sample and how you want to sample it. A good way to sample is to always leave this thing on, the metronome, for a good while until you can get a feel for what the sample sounds like in your head. And you won't even need it. But listen to how slow this is. The tempo can't keep up. I mean, the tempo's very slow, but the beat, the sample is very fast in a little sense. So what we're going to do is we're going to speed up the tempo to try and match the sample. So you can just hit play. Now, as you saw, I rose the tempo up to a point where it felt like there were no skips in the song, and it still felt like it was the song playing itself rather than me just sampling it. And that's how you know you're getting near the tempo the song was originally at, because we didn't affect anything here. We didn't do anything except, oh, wrong one. We didn't do anything except put the markers there. We didn't affect the tempo of the sample, which is right here, but we just, worked with it from here. So we flexed the FL Studio tempo to the tempo of the song, and it might be a little bit faster. Yep, and that's pretty much how you sample. It's not very hard at all. You can do other stuff, you don't have to follow the formula. You could be like me. This is pretty much plain. It's just like if I was playing a song, but what if I didn't want to go this way, but instead do something different? And that's where this comes in, and this is what I'm going to be working with for the sample of the week. So yeah, just take a listen to what it sounds like after you play with it a little bit. We're going to take the tempo off, but no. Yeah, first I'm going to leave the tempo off. Now you see how this sounds? It sounds pretty good, don't it? But yeah, it's the same thing. All I did was do something different from this. And I just, slightly altered it like this. And it's not hard. You can apply the same thing here. Like if I wanted to do something else, I could, I don't know, maybe something like, hmm. Something like that. I'm not really feeling this, but this is something you can do, maybe. It doesn't sound too bad, but I like this one better. And make sure to save every time, because you don't want your computer going crazy on you and messing up your files. Trust me, it happens every 2 weeks. Something happens and I can't control it, and that's pretty much why sometimes I'll be late on some beats and sometimes I just give up. But it happens, and it just happens on my computer more than others, so make sure to save. So another thing you want to do is maybe get some new stuff. So what I have here is some drum kits. Drum kits make the beat. STB. I'm just picking somebody random. Random drum kit. It could be any drum kit, but for this one I just want to keep it safe. I don't know. But yeah, you can just select your stuff and you can right click, go in piano roll. That's what I've been doing this whole time. I use piano roll a lot. I don't use the actual pattern like this. I don't do this. I just straight go to piano roll, saves a lot of space, and I can see everything much better. So, nah, it stayed like that. Crap. No. Why did you stay like this? Why? There we go. Alright, so let's add the snare. Go into piano roll. And where do we want it? So you can do it that way. It's pretty awesome. But I don't know. Maybe you can do it this way. That's the way, I guess. I don't know. I like this way better though. It's more convenient. But I'm just gonna leave this out. We're gonna look for something else to cover the sample. And what you can do, you could go here to the mixer. If the sample is a little bit too loud, you can right click on the insert right here, any one of them, it doesn't matter, as long as you don't hit send or master or anything like that. Just link select channels to this track and it'll add the sample, and you can lower it anytime. And there you go. You can do that. You can also go over here and hit one of these down arrows here. It'll automatically go select. And just like here, when you use the channels, you can find other plugins that you can use. So I don't know, for this one, I really don't want to paramedic equalize because it's already pretty soft. And this is where you get some of your bass and some of the unneeded instruments from. So if I don't want any bass, I can just do this right here. But like I said, the beat is already the song is already kind of good, so I'm not gonna do that. But I don't know, you never know. So I'm just gonna leave it there. It's just not gonna be used. So yep, let's put this back in here. I like this. I don't know why I like this so much. So now I'm just coming up with a random beat pattern so you can kind of get a feel for what I'm talking about and how important it is to make sure your tempo is on time and that you come up with a good pattern for Me, I just kind of picked some random stuff up from the sample. This isn't going to be the complete beat, of course, because I might do some more stuff with the sample, but this is a good way to start up some stuff. So yeah, this is not going to be like a tutorial for the drum pattern. That's a different tutorial. I just wanted to show you guys how to blend it in. It's going to be like a preview, because doing a whole tutorial on everything, that can take hours, man. I don't want to do that right now. So it might be a next week thing, or like I said, if anything gets crazy around here now that I'm back in the dorms and I'm back in school, things can happen. You never know. So just pay attention. If you can catch up on things, you might be ahead of the game. If not, don't worry, it's going to be a tutorial later, just not right now. But yeah, as long as you got this, you can pretty much do everything else yourself for fun. Make sure to have fun while playing this. I'm not going to edit anything out, just for the sake of, somebody missing something. So yeah, just pay attention. It should be pretty easy. You just got to find your kits. That's probably the hard part. Okay. All right, so I pretty much got something, I'm gonna work on it some more. Like I said, this might be a long video. I don't even know how long it is right now. I'm not gonna check because I don't want it to interrupt anything. So I'm just gonna keep making music. Let's go to this Night Wonder kit here and see if we can find a sample to use. Oh, not sample, but a symbol to use. Let's see. That could work. Just gotta lower it a little bit. All right, that's where I'm gonna end the video. I didn't talk at all, but I'm in focus mode, so it's kind of hard to talk. That's a problem I always have when I get on this thing that I can't focus. So yeah, if you guys like this tutorial, make sure to give it a thumbs up if you want a second part. I'm gonna finish this beat, so it's not gonna be on this beat exactly, but it will be on another aspect of making music, such as I said before, drum patterns. Some people want to know how to do that. I taught you today how to sample. It applies to everything that you want to sample. You just have to choose the right sample, and sometimes every sample won't work. You can sample anything, but will it be good? It depends on the person making the beat. Maybe somebody out there can make flyers better. I can't. I'm not gonna stress over it. It's not worth it. But just have fun. Try it out. Maybe you never know. You might come up with something. And if you do, make sure to link it to me through Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, at that guy BT4, and I'll shout you out in the next video. Especially if you make music already and just starting out. So it's a good little promotion for you too. But anyway, guys, I'm done. I'm about to go to work. So like, comment, favorite, and subscribe. As always, this has been Black Triforce. Say it 3 times. Peace, and I'm out.